Hey, Matt Brown here, and we will be looking at On a Plane in this lesson. So, pretty simple song with some really cool bass lines. So this one is in drop D tuning, and we are in the key of D major. Okay, so what I just played is like the verse riff, and basically the chord progression that the guitar is doing is like this D, G, F, and then there's this like kind of guitar power chord walk that's E, F, E, D. So the bass is pretty much following that exactly. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So we're playing our D and G notes here, 5th fret on both our strings. And then for the next measure, what we're going to do is this. So that we have 2 Fs at the 3rd fret, a G to F, and then the second half of the measure is 2, 3, 2 open, or that E, F, E, D part. Alright, so that slowly. Alright, now every other time that he's going to do this riff, kind of a Chris Novoselic thing that he does a lot, is he plays basically the second half up an octave higher for variety. So that sounds like this. Alright, so this we have 1, 2, and at our D note at the 5th fret. And then what we're going to do is G, D, G, G. So that's the second half of that measure. And then we're going to do 3, 3, 5, 3 is the first half of the next measure. And then the second half of the measure is 2, 3, 2, and then 3 on your string below. So here slowly. Alright, and then the whole thing, this is 4 bars now up to tempo again. Alright, now we're to the Love Myself Better Than You type deal. The guitar is doing D, C, B to A, and we're pretty much going to do that then with a walk up at the end. So this sounds like this. Alright, so that is measure by measure. We have 1, 2, and on a D note, 5th fret. Then we're going to do 3 and 4 and on a C note, 3rd fret. We're going to do 1, 2, and on a B note. And then we're going to do 3 and on an A note, open string, and then climb back 2, 3 on the last 2 8th notes. So slowly. And back up to tempo. Alright, then the next 2 bars are basically the way the verse starts. So Alright. So that takes care of basically the first 8 bars. Let's talk about what happens after that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the next 8 bars, which are basically a duplicate of what we just have, and I'll show you how this transitions into the first chorus. So. There it is. The first 2 measures of the chorus, we're doing all 8th notes, and we're going to play a D note. So that's 1 and 2 and 5th fret. Then we're going to come to a G at the 5th fret of your 4th string. All 8th notes again for 3 and 4 in. And then the next measure is almost all F notes here at the 3rd fret, except for the last one. We're going to play an open D. So, all right. So that's the first half of the chorus. Then the second half is the bass is going to change the bass note that it's playing at the end. So we're going to have the beginning is the same with the D and the G, except for the rhythm is different. We're going to have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. And then we have the 8th note measure all the way up at a B flat here, 8th fret. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the D at the end of the measure as well. So I'll play the first 4 measures of the chorus slow now. So that's the chorus there, and that's going to take you back into your verse at this point in the song. So really the only part we have left to talk about is the bridge. So it's a simple chord progression. It's an F for one measure, an E for one measure, an A for one measure, and G for one measure. And the guitar is playing all power chords, so neither major nor minor. And we're pretty much just doing the root notes with some little walk downs to the next chord. So measure 1, playing F note at the 3rd fret. We have 1, 2, and 4 and rhythm. So the 1, 2, and we're just going to play on our F 3rd fret. And then the walk down for this, over this chord, is 5, 3, 2. So we have... Okay, the next measure we're going to play on 1 and 2 and with an E note at the 2nd fret. And then the walk down is 3, 2, open. So this measure slowly. Alright, the next measure he's playing an A chord, just the root note. We're playing 1 and 2 and 4 and. And you'll notice the second time around that they play this riff, he plays a little variation on this. He plays the second time around, so just going up to the 5th of the chord E there. And then the last measure is, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on a G note, and the last note is a D, your open low 4th string. The last time they play the G chord, though, there's the bass walk down that is kind of soloed before they go back into the verse. So that is you're just going down your G Mixolydian mode. So you're doing 1 and 2 and on G, and then 5, 3, 2 open for the second half of that measure. So that does it for all of On a Plane. The end of the song finishes with the chorus and the vocals by themselves. So if you'd like the tabs, just hit me up on my email. It's in the description, and I will see you guys around for more Nirvana bass lessons. Thanks a lot.